If you didn't do at least 4 of these things back in the day, I'm sorry to break it to you, but you are not a car kid. Let's begin with the most obvious one and then move on to the more niche, right? I guess everyone can tick off the list Cars, right? Watching Cars, McQueen, Mater, and not only once, but multiple times. I'm not only talking about the movie. This is where it gets a little bit more specific. Real car kids watched Cars Tunes or Mater's Tall Tales. This is where Mater said some crazy stories and then McQueen was like, oh, this never happened. And then Mater said, oh, it did happen. You were there too. Yeah, I gotta admit, I still watch them to this day. So what can I say? It's a pretty goated series, right? Second, having a Hot Wheels or a Matchbox collection, whatever. Maybe not a big collection, but at least some cars, right? But specifically as a kid, I used to not only buy the mainstream cars or the sports cars that I do nowadays, right? Because nowadays my collection only has BMWs, Honda Civics, or Mustangs, Vipers, you get the idea, right? But the point is, car kids used to have these collections with the craziest generic cars that Hot Wheels made. Because that was part of the game. We didn't buy the cars because they were famous or necessarily fast. We just bought them because they look good. And I still have most of them to this day, so it's pretty good. And I wanted to know something. Do you guys still own your Hot Wheels collections from when you were kids? Third, racing with those Hot Wheels. But not only that, creating fake scenarios and crashes. Especially with the miniatures that I had from the Cars movie itself. That's actually how I made my chick Hicks lose a will fighting against McQueen in a race. There's lore to that, there is lore. And I don't think I'm alone when I say that I used to line up, let's say 10 cars and drive them all by hand, like one by one, creating a fake race. That in reality would probably take 2 minutes. But since I was doing it all by myself, it took like 1 hour. Fourth, and I promise this one is the last one that involves Hot Wheels, but it's just so peak. And for the fourth one, I'll just drop this image. It's universal, it doesn't matter where in the world you were in. If you were a car kid, you definitely had this playmat. And you might ask me, okay, why is this for car kids necessarily? It's just a city. Well, at least I used to take my Hot Wheels, and I don't think I'm alone in this one, and take him to drive in the city. Not racing, just in a civilized way this time. But most importantly, to drift. That's where I picked up my own passion for drifting. Okay, enough Hot Wheels now. Let's go to the gaming era. For penultimate thing all car kids did. And the fifth thing is spending hours customizing your own car in a game. In my case, it was Forza, but others could say Need for Speed maybe. Getting special rims, special livery, and all of that just to come back years later and find out that you were the worst designer ever. Just to find the goofiest design that humanity could ever come up with. I'm talking about some real clown car here. Now we're approaching our last one. But before I tell you guys that, if you're enjoying the video, please hit like and subscribe. This is my first video, by the way. And stick around because I promise to drop some fire content in the car industry. Okay, the last one. This is kind of embarrassing, but it's about the first time you really badly misidentify a car. And no, I'm not talking about like the difference between an M340i and a 320i, or even a Charger and a Challenger. That's acceptable. I'm talking about like naming a car a Honda Toyota, or a Toyota Civic, or a Ford Camaro, or whatever abomination that might be. And that usually happened when, you know, you're trying to sound smart and you just end up getting clowned after that. It's pretty embarrassing, but it happens to every car guy. And eventually that was good because that pushes you forward to learn more about the cars. And nowadays, probably if that happened to you, you don't make those mistakes anymore. But hey, those are canon events, right? You can't do anything to stop them. We gotta go through them. So that's it, guys. If you feel like I've missed any important points to a car kid, please tell me down below and make sure to stick around for the next videos. Bye bye.